Hello YouTube, it's Senior500 here, and today I'm going to review my Xperia Z3. Now, it's been about 3 weeks since it's officially launched for T-Mobile, and about 4 since I've had it. So I've had this about a month now. I probably should have done a week impressions, but I think now for a month it's nice, and I've been able to look at all the features and do a lot of the stuff. However, I've not been able to test out all the features, but I'm able to do most of them. And tell you what we have. There will be stuff I will be going over, and especially the big one, the battery life on this phone, which I'll share my opinions on it. But that will be later. So again, first things first, we have the phone itself. We've got 2.5 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 801 in here, 5.2 inch 1080p display with the Triluminous and X Reality by Sony. 20.7 I'll flip it over, 20.7 rear and 2.2 front. Dual front facing speakers, which speakers are nice, and test some sound quality now in a bit. But so we'll start again as we've been going with. We'll start off with some of the outside. So, whoops, I hit the camera. Now, this is actually quite a small phone, and everyone's like, "But how is it a small phone? It's 5.2 inch screen." But once you get to use it, it is like if I was to switch back to my Galaxy, it's tiny. Seriously, it's tiny. This is it is a large phone, and there's not much you can. When you first get it, yes, you'll be like, "Oh my god, this is a large phone." It's like, how am I supposed to do this? But after using it for a couple of days, you're like, "Oh, okay, this is normal now." So I get it's so not really small, but we'll call it normal, because that's what it really is. It is a normal sized phone today, especially within the Android marketplace, because besides the big ones like the G3, which however the G3 is still in this form factor, but besides the Note series, and a lot of the versions of the bigger phones like the Z Ultra or the One Max, and even the Nexus 6 right now, which is now gone even bigger than its predecessor, the 5. This is full metal, and it is awesome. It feels nice in the hand. Can you get a case for it? Now, there are some very thin cases. I believe Casemate has one, and there's a TPU case out there, which I'm now tempted to invest in. I don't need to put case on my phones, but this time I might, because I do want to protect this thing, and it is scary because I have almost dropped it, and it's oh my god, I don't want to talk about that feeling. However, the thing is, it is very, very sturdy, and I'm sure that if you do drop it, depending on where you drop it, it should be fine. It definitely feels like it can take a hit. I mean, definitely if you drop it on the corners, or if you drop it on the side, it seems like it definitely, as long as the ground is flat where you're dropping onto, and it's not like terribly hard like tile or concrete, it's not advised to go drop your phone, but I do believe that this thing should be able to handle it. Again, don't go drop your phone. That's stupid. Why would you do that? Test this out. Just don't do it. There's probably people that have already done drop tests on YouTube. You can go watch that. But from day-to-day use, if it falls maybe out of your pocket, it should be alright. I will say, definitely the one thing you do have to purchase is a back screen protector. It's a fingerprint magnet, as you can see, and there is some scratches up here. There's one there, and I think one down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see them. I guess you can see the A one maybe, but which we pissed me off, and I've bought some, and I'm trying to find one. A Spigen has some, but I think they're out of stock, and so I'm trying to wait. But that's a definite maybe, because then it protects the back, and especially I find when you're in the pocket, it doesn't matter what type of pockets. I always feel like when I'm rubbing on, if it rubs up against something, even while it's in my pocket, I do feel like I'm getting it's getting scratched, and I just don't like that feeling. And of course, on that we have the micro SIM, the nano SIM, and the SD card slot, the power button. Power button's weird. Like when I first felt it was like, oh, this is a bit raised, like the actual button stuff raised, and now it's gone more flat. I'm not too sure about that. The volume rocker and the physical camera key, which does come in handy. Do charging port, which I do that now, and then magnetic chargers, which you can buy some. You can get the dock, or you can actually just get one that actually is a charger itself that will plug in. That's within a lanyard loop, because you can. Again, flaps here again for the waterproofing. So let's start. That's right, folks. Let's kick on. So, so this is this is just a standard UI interface. Of course, I have T-Mobile up here. That's just T-Mobile. You can always take that off, but it's T-Mobile, so that's why this is on. Swipe to unlock. There's many different wallpapers which we'll go through now. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have to. So I mean, as for wallpapers, yeah, you have different types of wallpapers. You have like there's T-Mobile's. That one looks a lot like Samsung, which I think must have been imported from a Galaxy because it was on their SD card. These you just have the standard color themes. Personally, I like red for this one and black for the lock screen. However, I do have a nice Skyfall one that I had from an old phone that I probably will put on later on here. Then you have, of course, your obvious nature schemes, such and such. And we go to themes. Themes are nice. So I mean, I have custom wallpapers on the right theme. The Xperia theme is nice. It changes every time you use something. I do enjoy the blue and the purple are another few themes which I won't show you these. Ghostbusters. I'll show you this Blue Note one because this actually is one that does change around a lot. This is a custom one that you get from the Xperia Lounge because they're awesome. And as you can see, it does actually change everything, and it looks a lot like the Xperia Z2. And I did enjoy that when I first saw this. I'm like, okay, this is awesome. It makes the phone feel a lot bigger because these buttons down here are a lot smaller than they were before. Then you hold it in your hand, you're like, okay, because while there is no actual more physical real estate, especially the way that these are slanted, it does look like it. And that's like the Xperia Z2 button, but I'm gonna throw that back to what I have. No, themes. I'll switch it back to the white one so you can see. This also again changes a lot of system, and so basically the white theme now has this white background. It's also live wallpaper. That's the thing about the themes. They do live wallpapers. That does drain your battery. So, but we'll get back to that, and I'll change the back in a bit. And I will be able to show you. And I'll just show you a bit of how good this screen is by I'll put up the brightness here. That adaptive lighting condition is actually pretty cool. Oh no, I don't actually adapt it. But this shows the best of it, and it is truly amazing. This is 1080p screen on a 1080p camera, and the colors like this. It looked almost 4K first time I saw it. And I do have a 4K TV, so I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. But enough for the demo video. This might be a bit of a long review. Once I do this, so now, one of the really cool features is this phone does support PS4 remote play. So if you have a PS4, all you have to do is you connect it. Once you connect this to PS4, you can actually play PS4 games in the DualShock 4 controller on the phone. I don't have a PlayStation 4, but what I do have here is if you turn on Bluetooth, I have to manually pair it. I've got a PlayStation 3 controller, and now the controller is set up wirelessly, and I can actually control the phone. Yeah, control the phone using the controller itself, which is nice. So, go over here. You can play games like this. Again, I've got GT Racing 2, Dead Trigger 2, which works as well, and a couple other ones. And a couple of them don't, which is understandable, like the older games, the games that you don't see that would really need it, don't have it, but that's nice. And all you have to do is either lock your phone to turn off the controller, or you can actually physically unlock it yourself. We'll go into settings here while we do this. Xperia connectivity, this is again a couple of cool features. One touch setup. And that will set up a lot of devices. We have throw settings, screen mirroring, cast screen, which is used for Chromecast, which I have not actually used it surprisingly. Media server, Windows settling. That's how you set up your controllers down here. Let me zoom in. Sorry, you can't see this. I'm terrible. Mirror link, head unit display, and USB connectivity. It is a lot, but if you have a lot more, if you have more Xperia devices in your household, or you have friends that have Xperia devices, that works nice as well. We'll get to the audio now. There's some cool display settings such as the image enhancement. I have X reality on. We can get super vivid mode to look at a lot more of the there's glove mode, which helps. Smart backlight, which if you have it on, I'm going to turn that off because I'm actually. It's almost like the smart screen stuff. Double tap to break up, and the LED. So we'll get into some sound right here now before we do the battery life, because that's some of the big one stuff. Where's I can only play certain amounts of bytes. Actually, you know what I can play? Artists. Sorry. Oh. Do I have... Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I guess that they don't have the Samsung song on here. We'll play some of this and give go.
Oh, well, in fact, I think I've handled things fairly well, Joe.
Yes. Well, you certainly had your moments.
Well, I mean, look at the way I handled the truckers, for instance.
Yes, very effective.
This here's drummer boy. I can't talk to you all at once. Come on.
Now, depending on the noise level in the room that you're in, these things can actually, they do very clear, and you can get a lot out of them. Some of the settings, this is all due to the settings though. Currently I've got Clear Audio Plus on, which you can actually tell the difference, so I'll show you that now. And if you turn that off, then you can go, you can mess with like equalizer settings, which will give you some like a different rooms that you could be in. DSEHX, which does makes a high-res audio. So when you're listening with headphones, this is definitely one that you want on. Surround sound, that tells you where you are, and then S4 surround sound, which I'll turn on now as we're listening to some music.
Trucks all in all. Now the traffic at best is a bit of a mess, but by now it was down to a crow. Yeah, those truckers were tight as bugs to a bumper. They were backed up to Marion Square. If you don't make way, we'll have nothing to.
Yeah. So there's a difference, and it's again, this is all personal preference stuff that you can do later. And actually, this is a very bad background, so I might actually change it to like red or something like that. Right now, here comes the battery. Now, the main thing that Sony has marketed this is it's got a 2-day battery life. And again, I've used this for almost a month now, and I can say sort of. It depends how you use it. Now, as regular use, definitely just regular use day to day while I'm in school, you text some friends here and there, you just look up some web pages, you maybe play a game or so, that's fine. You'll get home at the day, you'll have maybe 60-50% left, and then you can go on to tomorrow. And however, I do find the next day, second day, you usually want to have stamina mode on a good amount of it, but you don't. It's not needed. Depending where you are from a charger, then like if you're in work and you have a charger, then no, you don't need to have stamina mode on at all. Although, however, it is useful in a lot of features, and we'll go. Let's do this now. Look, so right now I'll turn this on, let's see what I have. So I've got less than 50% left, and currently I've got 14 hours left, so, and that really depends. Now I can say you can drain this battery easily in a day, depending on what charge you start out with, and what you're doing. Like if you, a lot of draining apps would be apps such as Snapchat, or, Snapchat Messenger, texting actually does, because anything that you have to turn your phone off and back on again, definitely something. But I got a ton of stamina mode here, and now I have 21 hours, so I have about a day, and then 2 days, 10 hours left. The low battery mode here, it turns up, it's not something that you really want. Now if you really need a low battery mode, and you're below 5%, then you definitely want below 6%. Then this is what you turn on, turns off data and everything, and so it'll help you conserve your battery. If you're above 6%, then you can turn on ultra stamina mode, which I will. And ultra stamina mode right now with 50%, but a little less than 50%, I'm supposed to get 6 days, so I will activate it real quickly. It does take a bit of time, and it has to be above, basically above a 6% really to turn this on. Yes, which is stupid. You'll be like, oh well, maybe. Oh, I'm now running low on battery. It says, oh, I've got about 4% left. I want to turn this on, and that's the one thing that you would do. You're not next to a charger, which you would think, but no. It actually, and so now we can actually see stuff that does do. It turns off mobile data is now disabled, and all your settings now. You have rotate, brightness, sound, and Bluetooth, which I'm surprised Bluetooth is on. And these are just basic functions like calculator, some settings, contacts. So you can still message and make phone calls. So if you're texting people and you really want to set battery, you can actually do this. Not vibes though. I mean, it is basically now a basic phone. So no apps and Facebook, all that other stuff. But because if you really need that type of stuff, yes, deactivate it. So I mean, 2 days now. I mean, 2 days of usage is definitely you can easily get 2 days of usage out of it. Not like a 24-hour usage. I mean, a 48-hour usage, but it's like 2 days of like what you would be doing. Like the battery would be running out around maybe, I would say 9-10 o'clock the second day, or maybe even your phone actually does restart when you take it out of this. So that is, I mean, personally I don't know. It's 2 days, yes. It's not like a full like 48 hours on battery, but it's 2 days of really working, and by the time this other one's done, then you will be close enough to a charger. So I'll say, and oh my god, this is going to be a big review, so I might have to split this up into a couple clips, hopefully. Now I will say, so now considering that we're still running a 4.4, we have all the we have all the Lollipop apps, which are I'm keen. I like it, but I prefer actually full on Lollipop, because like, oh, I've got all these new stuff, but I'm still running the old software. Now, do I have any benchmarks for you? No, but I am going to make a benchmark video, and I will have that out probably before this, and this is probably a pointless thing that I'm saying right now, so hopefully I will maybe cut this out. But this is it. Besides it being waterproof, which I might show you in the other video, because yeah, this is going 18 minutes long. Or if you really want to, I can just take it up now and show you how waterproof this is. Like, I've got a friend who has an S5, and even she's like, "You're mad. Why would you do this stuff?" But oops. Let's go over here to the sink. Why would you do this? And like, I've taken this thing in the shower before, which actually, while it's in the shower, these speakers are actually very good, because you can hear them over the shower. So if you're into that kind of stuff, listening to music in the shower and stuff like that without having an external speaker, this is definitely something. But I mean, look, I can just take it and I'm just running it through the water. You can drop it in a swimming pool, and look, you're perfectly okay. Yep. Cool. And off you go. I will end this video here though. It's 18 minutes long, so please comment, like, subscribe, and favorite. Look for my other videos. I will do a benchmark test of this actually probably now, and get this uploaded and get them both uploaded hopefully tonight, depending on what, how everything's going, and all my other stuff. So just want to say thanks for watching, and bye.